So, just recently, I heard a case back home about a student that stabbed a teacher to death, right? For you, as a teacher, what can you really say about something like this?
It was it was it was shocking for us all, because when I used to teach back home, students would always threaten me because I didn't give them that liberty. As much as I'm not, very tall and very authoritative, I don't have a very authoritative look, but I made sure that I drew the line. When it's time to laugh, we laugh. When it's time for business, it's business. And there was a time in class where I threatened to beat up a student. I did. It was a guy. He really was so annoying. I threatened to beat him up, and then the second time I didn't only threaten him, I actually gave him a spank.
Oh.
And that brought a lot of awareness in class. They knew that, okay, we cannot play with Madame Petra anymore. Okay, she laughs, and maybe she's not tall, but I mean, she carries this aura that you just cannot do anyhow with her. So I had a couple of times where students threatened to beat me up, and that really arose fear in me, but I kept my cool. So hearing that a student will go as far as stabbing a teacher is really, it's so shocking, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, no matter what, this is a man that is out to better your future, give your future a meaning, make you feel like someone important, because we owe gratitude to our teachers.
Exactly.
They taught us some of what we know today. So no matter what they do, have it at the back of your mind that they are out to better you, and not to condemn or shame you, or bring you down to the floor level. So it brought a lot of questions to my mind, like, do students really know why they go to school?
Exactly.
Do they know that these people are there for their benefits?
Exactly.
It was heartbreaking.
So, who is to be blamed for this kind of behavior, for a student to be that bold to stab his teacher to death? Is it his parents' fault that they didn't bring up the child well, or is it the past teacher's fault that they didn't taught him good morals in school?
First things we must know is every teacher is always right. In the African milieu, a teacher is always right. Maybe if they have to scold the teacher, that would be behind, but we know that if a situation happens between a student and a teacher, the teacher is likely to be supported over the student. I wouldn't really say that the parents didn't do a good job. I would not say that, because as much as you give birth to a child, you don't give birth to what is inside. You can only play your part and pray that, the ways you've taught him, he goes accordingly. So if he does not go accordingly, it's not your fault. You did your best. If at all the parents actually did a good job in raising that kid. And second of all, I think the teachers, the teachers before that particular teacher, maybe he had been doing that and they didn't really take measures on him. Maybe he had confronted a teacher, maybe he had challenged a teacher, and it was waived, it was overlooked, and he now went as far as killing his own teacher. I think that school, the administration in general, because you can't tell me that before a student would take such measure, he had not attempted lesser
once before.
Exactly. And if he had done that, you put up with it, you didn't take any drastic measure on him, it would give him room for greater ones.
Exactly.
So the administration is, supposed to be blamed. And then, of course, the student, he has to take
responsibility
for that action.
Yeah, and after that, I think the policemen went to another school and they found a lot of knives, a lot of things, weapons in the students' bag. And do you think that the educational system or the administrators they've really forgotten what is their job? Like, have the students been left to do things the way they want to do, the way they like to do it? for you to go to a school and you want to see the students all come to school with knives, with cutlasses, with a lot of things. Some of them even bought marijuana and stuff like that.
That's why the administration is there. And if they are not mindful enough to see into such things, then they are to be blamed. Because I mean, I know that in schools back there in Africa, before you get into the gates, you're checked. Sometimes some students stubbornly come with bracelets and to show that they are now big. Some schools, like my school, they'll take it off, and that alone tells you that there is a certain degree of discipline that is accepted in that environment, and if you will not abide, then you're not fit. So if they are negligent or callous enough to not notice such, then they are to be blamed. They really are. How is it even possible that a child walks into a school with marijuana and nobody notices? Nobody even suspects? No. And what about the classmates? So they want to tell me that they are comfortable in that kind of environment with a student bringing along weapons to school.
Well, the classmate might say that we don't want to get involved because we are scared of our lives and our well-being.
But to an extent, you're putting your life at risk, because should a fight come up in the class, he's likely to use
the weapon.
Exactly. He's likely to use them even on you. So, which is preferable for you to take him to the administration? There's a way that you can do it. You can report him without just being anonymous. Just report him and plead with the administration to not reveal you. And then they come to class and they figure that thing out.
And also the administration can say that where we are overcrowded, our schools back home, some of those popular public schools, right?
Yeah.
They are so overcrowded, and this administration, they are understaffed, so they really cannot meet up with the work. So that's what they might say, that all this happened because we are understaffed and our classes are overcrowded. So do you see that kind of excuse can really stand?
No excuse is an excuse enough to be that negligent. No excuse.
Oh, let's come back to Thailand a little bit, okay? Yeah, and after all these challenges that you faced in Thailand, okay, and do you still feel like you made a good decision of coming here?
Yes, I would say that. I would say that I made the right decision coming here, because nobody ever grows in a comfort zone.
Yeah.
There is no progress in your comfort zone. None at all. If I didn't take that bold step to challenge myself to move out of Cameroon, I call Cameroon my comfort zone, because if I turn left, I see help. I turn right, I see help.
Exactly.
Be it financially, or be it materially, or be it physically, there is help. It will not push me. It will not expose me to the real life. This is a real life.
Yeah.
This is where I apply every knowledge I've ever learned or gathered. So I think it's the right decision. I mean, meeting people, meeting new people,
Exactly.
learning new customs and traditions, and building a new life. It's worth it.
Oh, but maybe people might come like, oh, the challenges are just too much that I really cannot take this. It's getting me overwhelmed. That maybe I should have just stayed home and continue with my petty job and live my comfortable life, as they may put it.
That's if you don't want to grow, like I said. No, seriously, that's if you don't want to grow.
Yeah. So our next point is after seeing all these things, after living in Thailand for 4 months now, and after going through all the challenges that you've been going through, okay, supposedly a friend called you and he or she wanted to come here, and he or she's requesting for some advice from you. What will you say to her?
All these challenges that I've faced, I would gladly open up to her with them. First, I'll let her know that she's coming to a place where the only person she looks up to is God in herself. Even me, who maybe she might be coming thinking, no, I have Petra here. Don't rely on me. I might fail you.
Exactly.
I might not be there for you all the time. And the first thing I'll tell you is know that the language is not what we have there. So make up your mind that you're coming to a place where communication is going to be a barrier for as long as you're not able to speak their language. Second of all, she has to be aware that it's not the same kind of food we have there, and probably not the same kind of luxury. You will not just wake up and say, I'm going to somebody's house. It doesn't work like that here.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Just to cut you short, right? That is really correct. When I was in China, right, and I was like, okay, I'm in China, so maybe I might get to talk with the Chinese who are my neighbors. But living there for more than 6, 7, 8 to a year, I didn't even know who my neighbors were.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. She has to be aware of what is out here. I'll tell her that it's not the same food, and you will not find what you would love. You will not. And just know that no man is responsible for you. You have come to hustle. You've come to make changes. You've come to outdo your past. You've come to grow. And only you can do that. And that's why if you go wrong, have yourself to be blamed. Or let her know that, okay, as much as it's good out here, these are the cons. So when you come, don't see this thing and say, oh, you didn't tell me. I'll let you in on it all.
But are you not worried that some of the things that you would tell her might discourage her?
Which is better? For her to be aware totally of what she's coming to meet, or for her to come and get the shock of her life? I think it's better to be aware.
So, but then again, she might feel like you're discouraging her not to come, that you've gone overseas and your life is getting better, and she also want to come over to try to better up her life, but you are not giving her the hopes and the encouragement that she needs.
I don't think so. Anyways, that will be dependent on the person, because some people love the truth. Some people love to be told as it is. Some will not appreciate that. So maybe it's just dependent on the individual. But I'll let you know that Thailand is good. I mean, I'm doing well for myself. So if I could conquer, you too can. And no matter how much cons I give, the pros would definitely outweigh the cons. So maybe take a good look at me, compare me from whence I was in Cameroon and now I'm here. See the difference, and do you think you too, your life, you want to see those changes then?
You can decide, yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Before we go, one more thing. I know some of us, we need advice. No matter how old we might think we are, we need advice on morals, on how to behave, on how to approach different people, on how to deal with others. Okay, and so if you were given an opportunity to advise those that hasn't treated you well since you came here, what are you going to say to them?
The first thing is that I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm not angry. I mean, I think lack of knowledge of the fact that we are one, and just the mere fact that we come from the same continent was enough reason for you to have treated me right. So if you didn't see it that way, if you were not knowledgeable enough to know that I'm your sister and try to take advantage of me, it's your call. It's okay. I'm not angry. I'm not mad at you, but I wouldn't think you would want to do that to another person. As early as now, take an adjustment and make the decision to ameliorate yourself, better yourself. Know that you're better than trying to take advantage of a girl because you think she needs help. It doesn't work like that. And today you might have an upper hand.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
You might be down.
You might be down and you would need me.
Yeah, that's true.
This is life.
Yeah, no one's know.
This is life. I mean, we know of people who have been right up there and the next minute they are looking at this floor and you who thought you were down, or you whom they thought you were down, you would be the only one to lift them up. So did you think of that? That's why I said it's out of lack of knowledge. If you know that this is life and life has a way of turning things around, you act right.
Yeah.
So it's not late. I forgive you and I'm not angry, but just don't do it again. And do a word of prayer for yourself. Just ask God for forgiveness.
Of course. Only God can forgive, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. But hopefully they will get the message and they will try to better off themselves. And what about your sisters that might found themselves in similar situations like you were? And some of them might not be that brave to hold their grounds. So, like someone who has passed through and you've stood your grounds. So, what advice can you give to them on how they can also stand their ground when the time comes?
Okay. There is nothing as valuable as keeping yourself. It's very important. No matter what promise they make to you, it's when it's all gone, you will sit and say, "Oh, thank God I didn't give in."
Yeah.
Because it's not about the present hour reality. It's about what happens after that. Can you take the guilt? Can you take the scandal? Can you take the shame? Because people that come in on you so strongly and want to get something at the moment don't really ever last.
Yeah, they are the first to jump out.
Exactly. And their intentions are usually never pure. So what about after that day and then you try to reach out to them and they just,
I'm busy, can I call you back?
can you take that? So have a rethink. Think. And you have to know that it's not because you're too fine that they're going after you.
Yeah.
Of course, they must have seen prettier ladies. So have all that in mind and know that your body is your treasure. And you cannot just go about giving it to every man in the name of, I want to help you. No, it doesn't work like that. Even if you're in that situation where it's a dire situation and it's a do or die, you cannot die. You cannot. God has a way of bringing help at the nick of time.
Wow.
So don't give in and don't give up. Stand your ground. If they say, I'll buy you a car, say, it's okay. I'll buy my car.
No, that is you bring the car first.
The question is, would they even bring the car? Can they even bring it? That's the thing.
They can say, no, bring the car first. I want to see the car first.
Is it, how much is a car compared to your treasure?
Exactly.
To your body. So even if you buy a land, you buy cars,
We don't do anything.
it will not suffice.
Yeah.
So don't give in.
It's true. Okay, right. Thank you very much, Miss Petra. We've really shared a lot, and I hope we can still meet again, or you can still come to our show and share more with us. You know, our show is meant to provide interesting and educative information about ourselves, our life in Thailand, our countries, and our continent, right? So I hope you can come here some other time and share with us.
I'll be delighted.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and we have come to the end of today's show. Please leave your suggestions and thoughts in the comment section on how we can make this show best serve you. And if you enjoy watching our shows, then is it advisable for you to subscribe to our channel and also hit the notification button so that you will be notified whenever we post a video. Thank you very much, and see you again next time. Goodbye.
Please hit that subscription button. Very, very important. Hit it. It's right down there.